Hello everyone, welcome to Digital Marketing Gyan, the podcast where we keep on sharing some of the informative tools, techniques, case studies, and latest updates in digital marketing domain. I'm your host Prince Kumar, and today we have Sean Boyle with us, who will be sharing insightful tips on how small businesses can optimize their local SEO efforts. Sean is a serial entrepreneur and owner of Momentum Digital and Momentum 360. He also hosts the Sean Boyle podcast, a weekly podcast on entrepreneurship, investing, and lifestyle. Hi, Sean. Excited to have you on our show.
Prince, thank you so much, my man. It is an honor.
Before starting our discussion, just wanted to know that how you entered into this digital marketing field and how have the journey been till now.
So it's a wonderful story, Prince. I remember when I was in college, I was a sophomore and I was an engineering major. And I was doing pretty well in my engineering classes, but I was really only about it for the money. It wasn't something that I just generally had a passion for engineering. It was more so I just wanted to make a quick buck and make, rich. Oh, this $100,000 starting salary for engineering, that was just really appealing to me. But as time grew on, I really became fascinated with the Gary V's of the world, the Tony Robbins, and this whole monster that we now know today as digital marketing really just caught my eye. Having that digital nomad lifestyle, the laptop lifestyle where you can really work from anywhere. I'm actually at my buddy's shore house right now in New Jersey doing the show with you. And, this is something where if I was doing engineering, I couldn't have the freedom for that. So after Penn State, I joined forces with my now partner, Mac Frederick. He worked at Google at one point in time, and we just became good partners ever since. He handles the Momentum Digital side of things. I handle the Momentum 360 side of things, which we do virtual tours, property marketing, etc. So it's a beautiful partnership, man. I mean, to be 24 years old, I just turned that last Saturday, and have the freedom and opportunities I do now. It's all thanks to my wonderful team, all the hard work we put in over the years, and it's finally coming to fruition.
Amazing, amazing. That have been an amazing journey and how you entered into the field. So can you just brief us about your two organizations, that is Momentum Digital and Momentum 360, what they are into?
Yeah, absolutely. So Momentum Digital is a premier digital marketing agency. So we do a lot of different services, but the top three that I would say that we do and specialize in are SEO, so search engine optimization. How can we take your organic website, blog, etc., and start to rank it locally and nationwide for certain key phrases? Like if you owned a restaurant, Prince's Steaks, right, which is actually a restaurant in Philadelphia, we could help Prince's Steaks become number one when someone types in, steaks in X, steaks in Philadelphia, steaks in wherever, right? That's kind of the whole process. The second service is pay-per-click, or Google ads, your Facebook ads, Instagram ads. So these are advertising platforms that we're able to then bid on certain keywords. And if we wanted to put, let's just say steaks in Philadelphia or steaks near me, we would put, all right, $3 a day on that keyword, and we would start ranking at the top of Google, Facebook, Instagram, and we would get more clicks there. The third service, I would say, that we specialize in is web design. So if you wanted to make a custom website, a custom page with all these API, SDK integrations, we definitely handle that. And we do a boatload of other services as well, including blogging, content, social media, all that stuff. But that's it. Those are our core three services. And then for Momentum 360, it's a property marketing company. Again, Momentum is the brand. Momentum Digital and Momentum 360 are the two entities associated with Momentum. But for 360 Prince, we take virtual tours of real estate. We can also use still photography, drone photography. We can also create 3D renderings. So before a building is even built, we can make a 3D rendering of what it's going to look like inside and out, give that to the client. And then when the building's finished and we do a virtual tour, we can also embed virtual staging into it. So we can put all these types of wonderful amenities, hot tub, a jacuzzi, a pool, whatever you want. And it's beautiful. I mean, we're really able to capture the world and put it on a digital scale and put it all these certain tags. So for instance, again, using the restaurant model, if I took a virtual tour of Prince's Steaks, I could put in these certain tags that not only can make reservations, I could buy straight food on there, connect it to Airbnb, Uber Eats, or whatever eating delivery platform you choose and desire. So there's so many different possibilities here, man. It's something that I genuinely fell in love with, and I consider myself a lucky man, Prince, because quite frankly, this stuff I do not consider work. I can just consider this my passion and leisure. So I really feel like I never work a day in my life.
And even when you are mentioning about these virtual tools and everything, I think so that have become a must, at least during this COVID times, because now every business is going into the digital format, and especially for real estate, if you are telling, and for let's say for hotels and these all things. So having a virtual tour has become an important part of it. So
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's one of these things too where, COVID was a great determiner of getting virtual technology kickstarted into population. So it was great, man. I mean, COVID for a lot of people, it was horrible. I had COVID myself, and millions of people did as well. And, some others didn't live to tell the tale, which is very sad. But for Momentum 360, and I kind of feel, guilty, saying this, but it was one of the best things that happened to the company. It was really an eye-opening time for digital technology like this. And again, it was just a perfect storm of opportunity meets preparation, and we came out very successful.
So, can you just guide us on what are the parameters based on which Google ranks the website, especially when I say in the year 2021?
So, in regards to the website, it's one of these things where obviously, you need to have it, right? But you need to be able to load it for desktop around 2 to 3 seconds. For a lot of different amenities as well, you need to make the website easy and accessible. And this is something that, quite frankly, a lot of people think it's complicated. They say, oh, it's just, it really is crazy to see people just having all these websites and they're have all these kind of features, but they just don't work. So you need to have something that works. That's honestly what I would recommend. WordPress is a great determiner of that. It's something that is pretty solid, I will say.
So can you brief about what actually is local SEO, and then how it is different from the traditional SEO that generally most of the digital agency go with?
So in terms of local SEO, there's really 3 main determiners of getting good rankings locally, right? The first one is making sure you have a solid Google My Business, right? So what does that even mean? Google My Business is a platform. I like to say it's the social media of Google. And essentially, Prince, you can take said business and rank it online for, whatever type of service you're in. So for instance, Prince's Steaks model, you could say, oh, we're a restaurant. This is what we do. This is our address. And you can optimize the pictures and all the content you post on there by going on GeoImager, GeoImgr.com, where you can geotag all these photos. You can publish them straight to Google My Business. And from there, you're going to start to get more and more rankings. It's something that is just a beautiful thing from time to time. So that's number one. Number two is using local citations. So all the Yelps and the Facebook and super pages, they're still relevant and you still need to have them. So make sure you're going on brightlocal.com. You can get a checklist of over 100 key citations that your business needs. And then the number 3 thing that I would say you really need for local SEO is to ensure that you have good mobile website presence. So what does that mean? So you need to have a fast mobile website where people can simply click and not get interrupted by, all the schmegma on the website. You know what I mean? So those 3 determiners, Prince, they have a really good solid core foundation of local SEO. A 4th thing I might add is writing blogs locally. So for instance, if I was writing about, Prince's Steaks, I would say, okay, the blog topic's going to be steak restaurants in Philadelphia or wherever you are. And from there, you're going to start to rank again nationwide and locally because of it. So it's just a beautiful thing, man, that a lot of people don't do, but it's very, very necessary.
Definitely, definitely. So, like what I have seen is most of the people go with the traditional SEO. They go with that. Okay, I have to rank my website into Google and Yahoo and other search engines. But then again, they do not understand the importance of localization, and I think so that is why local SEO plays an important role. So, just wanted to know from your end that why do you think that small businesses need to focus on local SEO?
Well, they need to focus on local SEO because if they don't have that core focus on local SEO, they're going to get blown out of the water by people who are focusing on it. They're ranking locally in their said target market. So it's something that, granted, you need to work on website SEO, which is, more of you could put it locally and nationwide, but more so, Prince, it's something that's going to work. I mean, I like to say you want to have low hanging fruit in your area. So you need to make sure that you're having a optimal, shall we say, profile all over the internet, and again, putting in these key features that I just described. The person who's going to win the most in local SEO is the person who's doing all the small things correct. That's what greatness is doing a lot of small things really, really well. So if you do all these small things well, man, you're going to be made a lot of money, and you're going to make a lot of people happy.
That will definitely help small businesses if they are looking for a long run. The local SEO strategy. So it works for all kind of businesses, or are there any specific kind of businesses for which it is applicable for?
It's all businesses, and this is the beautiful thing, is you can custom tailor your service business or your restaurant or whatever kind of business you have to this strategy. It's a plug and play model, and again, it works for every type of business. So it doesn't matter who you are. There's no excuse. Any business will work.
So now coming to the keywords and the website pages. So we would request to give few of the important tips that you think are important in terms of planning the keywords and the website pages when one is going for optimizing for the better rank in local search.
So I like to always put the city I'm in with the service. So what does that look like? If I'm posting on social media, I like to put a picture that's compressed, of course, and says something along the lines of, "Hey, we're Prince's Steaks, we're in Philadelphia, and this is what we do." Now for Google, I like to do the same thing. I like to say, "Okay, Prince's Steaks, this is our restaurant. Here's what we do." So the keywords are always going to be synonymous with what you do and the area in which you do it in and the proximity. Google really only cares about two things in regards to local SEO. It's proximity, how far away is a business from you when you search it, and what exactly you do and what you're looking for. So for instance, if I have Prince's Steaks and I have another restaurant, but the other restaurant is closer and has more reviews, obviously I'm going to go there, one, because it has better reviews, and two, because it's closer. Now, granted, there are some people that they always want to go to their, tried and true restaurant, but more likely than not, the restaurant that is going to beat the other restaurant is the restaurant that is, again, has solid proximity and also has great rankings as well. So if they're able to be found and they have good rankings, those are the good determinators of local SEO and the keywords associated.
Definitely, definitely. So that will play an important role if someone is going for the local search. So you just mentioned about the ratings as of now. So do you think that ratings and reviews plays any importance?
It's crucial. It really is. I mean, if you don't have ratings and reviews, your business for the most part, it's a ghost. If you ever go on Google My Business and you find a business that's, a mile away and you're interested in going there, but you also have to think, oh, this business doesn't have any reviews. Are they good? Are they not? I can't tell. There's no reviews. That's a problem. Okay. Now, I would rather have good and bad reviews, an overall good rating, rather than no reviews, because that gives us a benchmark of what we have, right? Now, I know a lot of people would disagree with that, but I would rather be found and have a reputation rather than have no reputation and not be found. Now, there's always a better way to improve the reputation. We know that, and the business owners who do the best job at promoting their brand do so in the best fashion. So it's one of these things, man, where you really, really need to get as many reviews as possible. What I like to do for my business is, as soon as I send out my virtual tour content, I put that review link in an email so they can go ahead, get everything checked out, and again, they can just leave a solid review right there, and we're good to go.
So definitely, these ratings and reviews are playing an important role. And the one that you told that we should be having a mix of reviews, because, like for a common person, if they go on any business and they see that everyone have given 5 star and everyone have given a kind of good review, they might be into that doubt stage that are they paid ratings or they are genuine. But if there's kind of mixed reviews, so definitely it feels like, yeah, it's a kind of genuine reviews from a kind of common persons that they have, and that will build more trust compared to the previous one.
Exactly.
So you have given insight about this ratings and review. Do you think, is there any strategy behind getting more ratings and review, or it's a kind of just the open one?
Well, other than the one that I just described, I like to take, as many emails as humanly possible. I like to send text messages. I like to call people up and say, hey, and just make it a really personal approach. Everything doesn't have to be digitized, but what I like to do every single Friday, let's just say we had, 50 shoots that week, which is not uncommon. I will quite frankly, Prince, have my team go out and call all 50 clients and say, hey, hope you had a great, interaction with Momentum. I hope you enjoyed your assets. Here is a review link. Give us your reviews. And we really, cherish what your words say. And Prince, I have to be honest with you. I'm very blessed to say that we have over 250 Google reviews, and they're all 5 stars. We've never had any, review be less than 5 stars. They're actually, correct me, there was one, but they actually forgot to put 5 stars. They put 4. So they really did mean 5 stars. So, and I don't say that to boast, Prince, but I just really care about my client. I care about the results we give them. And I genuinely, and this is no BS, care about the success of their business and their financial future. And I think a lot of people nowadays, Prince, they really just want to, make a quick buck and become rich and buy the Lamborghini. And to me, again, that was not my plan. I really just wanted to just help small businesses, man. And as cliche as that sounds, that's what I'm here for. And I'm not here for the, the riches and all the things that come associated with it. I'm really here for the true passion of building a business and, watching people succeed. And I think I really convey that to a lot of people, and they accept that as, oh, this guy's genuine. I'll leave a solid review, and there we go. So authenticity and just being genuine always wins. Always wins.
So you told in the starting that you take digital marketing as a passion, and for that you enjoy working. And I think so because of that only your customers are giving a 5 review, because you are not taking it as a assignment, but then enjoying working and enjoying helping grow their business.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just, again, having the long term mindset of success for all my clients. It's been very fruitful for me. Not having a short term mindset where I'm just looking to get money. And again, a lot of people have a misconceived view of that. It's a shame, because if you really think about it, we live in 2021 where everything's accessible. We can go on Google and find something at our fingertips in 5 seconds. So for me to go and say, oh, I'm going to run this business and make a quick buck, it's shame on me for doing that, right? Because I can look it up. People can look up, oh, who's Sean Boyle? Oh, he's trying to scam people. He has a bad reputation. We're not going to use him, right? So why would I risk my reputation where people can Google me within 5 seconds to make a decision on whether they want to do business with me or not, with just trying to make a quick buck? I mean, I just don't understand that mindset. It's very selfish.
So we have received a good insight about the local SEO. Now, one thing that is more associated with local SEO is voice search, because voice search we are seeing is growing day by day. So, what are your tips for businesses who want to optimize their website for voice search?
Yeah, so I really, and again, this flows into local SEO. It's for voice really simple. I mean, what do you say to Siri? Well, it's like, find me restaurants near me. Find me, you know, I don't know, like if you want to get specific, find me steak restaurants outside of Philadelphia. Those kind of very short key phrases are going to be very, impactful for your business. So what I like to do, I like to put service-based pages together and put those on the website as well as writing weekly blogs and taking all the content prints, putting it in a way that is, what shall we say, very appealing and attractive to voice search. Because when you search something on Siri or Amazon, Alexa, whatever, you're then going to be able to be found on Google from that voice search. So it's just optimizing the content on the website itself, making sure that you're not going, too at length to these, searches. I mean, making the H1, H2 title tags, all these tags optimized for voice search in this short manner where you have what you do, your service, plus your niche location. So for voice, again, you would say, for me, virtual tour services in Philadelphia. For you, it would be steak restaurants in Philadelphia, wherever you are. So that's a good way to go about optimizing your website for search. As well as that, you can also look at a great software called Google Search Console, where you'll be able to check, all right, how many website impressions am I getting a day? How many, et cetera, are we getting a day? So that's a really good software that I use every single day to go ahead and track our data.
Very insightful information. So now I think so we have come to the end of today's episode. So, what is the last piece of advice that you would like to give to our audience who want to implement local SEO?
So honestly, man, it's one of these things where for local SEO, you really just need to stay on top of the market. And how do you go about doing that? You research, you do, local SEO for 2021, local SEO for 2022. And there's a lot of different people, smarter than me who I followed. And it's just doing what people say. It's really just taking the tactics and strategy and going from there, man. So it's a beautiful thing in that. So always be, a student of the game, always be willing to learn, always be a white belt, always have that white belt mentality where you're you might be a black belt in real life, but you always want to be a white belt in your mind, learning, getting new information, and going from there.
Thank you so much for giving this very insightful information. So, with this, we have come to the end of today's episode. It was pleasure having you see and learn about the best practices of implementing local SEO and also understand that why it has become an important part, especially for small businesses, to have their local SEO in place and to have an optimized website. So thank you so much and looking forward to host you again.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Prince. Have a good one.